Hi everyone, Rachel Jensen here, broker owner of Luna Realty Belize in the beautiful country of, you guessed it, Belize. We are in question number 90 today of the Inbox series, which is a series of when we answer questions that have been asked by folks like you. So with question number 90, this is from Jennifer, and she said, are there private beaches in Belize? Are there private beaches in Belize? And technically the answer is no. And the reason for that is because of Queensland. So Queensland is the first 66 feet of water frontage. It is considered national land and remains public. And I know sometimes this is a little bit harder for foreigners to grasp because in many countries, if you own waterfront property, you technically are owning the beach in front of you. Now, here in Belize, they wanted the beachfront to be able to be enjoyed by everyone. So they keep that first 66 feet open to the public. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be walking through people's properties to get to the beach. There are public easements periodically along a coastline where you're able to get that public access way to go to the water. So with that being said, because technically piers are on the Queensland, piers and docks, what that means is docks are open from the public or to the public from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. After that, the owner of the dock, they're able to lock it up. But do note that docks are considered public from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Now, what a lot of people also tend to do is if they own waterfront property here, they'll put in a seawall or extend the beach out, and they give themselves another X amount of feet for whatever they want. Now, technically, they can go out another 66 feet. And so what that means is they're increasing the amount of beachfront that they would have in front of them. So you do need to get approvals. You need to get seawall approvals and do all of that before deciding to go another 66 feet out. But you are entitled to that if you own beachfront property. Now, you will see surveys, land surveys, and you may be butting right up here to the coastline over here. Now, do note if that is the case, then you don't necessarily have to give up the first 66 feet of beach frontage to the public, but you probably would want to extend it out because you will likely still have people walking back and forth. So it just gives you a little bit more space to be able to build and be able to have ample space in front of you. Now, with that being said, in a lot of parts of Ambergris Caye, we do still have a beach road. So if you're coming in and you're purchasing property here, you can't be blocking off what people are using as the public road. So just something to bear in mind when you're looking at property, always look to see what the access is. Is there a public road or do you have to take the beach in order to get to that property? You always want to make sure there is going to be access to that location. For example, Margaritaville, they're located about 14 miles north. They didn't want people going up and down the beach, driving up and down the beach of their property. So what they ended up doing was redirecting the traffic to go behind the property. Now, over time, they decided they're just going to give it up because it's not like there are a ton of golf carts going up and down the beach, but because that beach access way was the only way for people to continue going north, that's what people were used to. But they did end up just letting that go, and people are still using the beachfront path there. But if you are wanting to redirect people, well, then you, of course, have to build a road in order to redirect any carts that would have been going past the front of the beach there. So just something for you to keep in mind over here, but this is true for any body of water. So rivers, for example, even on the mainland, you will still have that 66-foot reserve in front of the property there, considered public. So if you're going to be building anything on there, you do technically need approval. Actually, you really shouldn't be building anything there because it is public land. But if you want to put a palapa or something like that, do understand that it could be used by the general public. Now, if you are new to Belize, obviously these are important tidbits of information for you to know, especially if you are looking at property on the water, but reach out to our team. We have an incredible team of agents here in the country who are happy to help you answer these questions for you. And we also have a complimentary e-guide that we can send you to your email address. It's a lifestyle guide, things that you really need to know if you're planning to spend time here, or even if not relocate, if you just want to spend a little bit of time, this is really important information for you to know. Reach out to us. Email is probably the best way, info@lunarealtybelize.com, info@lunarealtybelize.com. We can get these resources over to you, and then we can help you here in Belize. So with that, everyone, thanks so much for tuning in. Hopefully you learned about Queensland there, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Bye, everyone.